Mrs. Jolly back again with another class. Let's bow, chop, yay, ATA. Okay, let's work on getting warmed up. Let's do 25 jumping jacks. Are you ready? Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Okay, let's do a little bit of stretching now. We talk about stretching should be uncomfortable, but it shouldn't be painful. So make sure that you are trying to reach the outer portion of your foot here. You should feel the pull in your hamstring muscle right here. We'll hold this for about 30 seconds. Stretching is a great activity you can do inside, you can do outside if it's nice outside. Just make sure that the ground's not wet or anything. It's a little wet outside from all the rain we had yesterday. It can be done, definitely be done outside, inside, while you're watching TV, while dinner's cooking. So many different times you can do it. Let's switch feet. Same thing on the other side. Let's hold for 30 seconds. Make sure you don't bounce up and down when you're stretching. If you feel stretching shouldn't be painful. So if you feel some pain, make sure to lessen up a little bit. Let your grown-up know, let mom or dad know if something's hurting. But generally speaking, these stretches are not, they're pretty low injury. Okay, now both feet out together. You can bend your knees a little bit, but don't bend them too much. Really try to feel that stretch in here. The goal isn't necessarily to touch your toes. I know I was always taught as a child that you want to touch your toes. Well, if you're feeling a stretch, you're still accomplishing the goal of the stretch. So yeah, well, you want to reach your toes, but if you're feeling a stretch, then you're still making progress. Okay, and then we're gonna walk our fingers out as far as you can. Once again, the stretch is right in here. If it feels too much, straighten up a little bit. If you want to try to get a deeper stretch, try to walk those fingers out even more. Some days this is more sore than other days. Your parents will understand that even if you don't. Okay, and time. Okay, let's get up on our feet. Let's work on our form. We always start our form with a bow. Drop, pinye. Then we're gonna step out. I'm going to be, well, it depends on, I guess, how you're practicing this at home. But I will just move towards you with these moves of the form. So I'm gonna start back over now that I'm confusing you. Chop, yay. I'm gonna step out. Step forward, high block. Reverse, punch. Front kick, low block, step and punch. Okay, let's do that whole line again. That's considered the first line of that form. Just those moves that we just did right there. So let's do that again. Chop, kine. Step out, step forward, high block, reverse, punch, front kick, low block, step and punch. Here's something I want you to really focus on when you're doing this. This high block, we call it a high block, but you're not blocking something coming down at you. As you do this high block, it's going across the center of your body, and it's like you're blocking an oncoming punch. Okay, so it ends high, but you're not blocking something coming at your head. So what I would like you to do Start just like this. And I want you to do that in the mirror. It might be the easiest way to do it. Is to watch yourself, see how my hand, there's rotation. And in our moves in Taekwondo, we do a lot of rotation. And that adds power. And it looks pretty cool too. So do that 5 times. And the power for this move comes right from your hips. Your arms can be strong, but they're not going to give you the power for this move. It's going to be your hips. And then, after doing 5 on that side, do 5 on the other side. Make sure you're breathing while you're doing those, because even though you're not moving that much with them, your feet aren't moving, and you can move your feet in the form. On that move in the form, there is a step, but the way I was just doing that, I wasn't stepping, just to practice that move. The other powerful move in that, all the moves can be very powerful, but that punch, what's something I would like you to practice. If you heard at the end, I said step and punch. Okay, so we do that front kick in the low block. The low block, really turn your waist when you're doing that low block. That's where the power comes from that. And the step and punch. Now, you can do a step and punch. Is that really a punch? No. My foot was more powerful than my punch was. And the foot doesn't have much to do with it. So when you do that step and punch, in fact, going outside would be the perfect place to practice this. You could go out on the sidewalk, go up and down the sidewalk, step and punch. See how my hips are turning, creating that power. So we're going to put those all together one more time. Drop. Kinye. Step forward, high block. Reverse punch, front kick, low block, step and punch. So there is the form that we're working on today. I want to work on a kick now that is our kick board break for, based on this form. It's called a side kick. Now, a side kick, I don't think it's really named correctly because it's almost more of a back kick. So you think of a side kick or you think of something like that. Well, that's not a side kick. A side kick looks like that. It's more of a pushing motion where I am taking I'm gonna come over here and hold the bag. I'm pulling up my knee. We call this a chamber. I'm leading with my heel. If I try to break a board on a side kick, you use your heel. It doesn't hurt either. You use your toes, that hurts. So, chamber, bring that knee up, push it out, bring it back, and set it down. Now, if you see my foot on the ground, it is turned in. My heel on that foot right here is facing my target. Now, the important thing on this, if I don't pivot, I can't, it hurts too much. It hurts my knee, and it's not proper form. So make sure you have that foot, all your toes are pointing. So if you're at home, you could hold on to a kitchen chair, couch, living room couch, the wall. You could definitely just hold on to the wall for balance. But this is this kick can be used in so many different things. It's in forms. It can be used when you become a camel belt and you start sparring. This is an amazing kick in sparring. Now, of course, you won't be holding onto a wall at that point, but you lead with your heel, and because you push it out, you push your heel out. So the way that it looks when you're not holding onto the wall, now this is called a number 3 side kick. Number 3 kicks in our Taekwondo are kicks that have a step. And there's a few different ways. This is kind of higher level too. There's a few different ways that you can do this. You want to make sure to get that pivot. So to make sure you have that pivot before you kick, you can bring your feet in and you step into that pivot, or you can, they call it a step behind. When you are breaking boards, this is a very powerful kick, but it has to be a very precise kick. So I would suggest at home, holding on to that table, the wall, mom or dad's shoulder, just kidding, and just practicing that. Push out. And you can even hear my pant leg, because it's a very powerful kick. So you can even hear your pant leg, or if you got a uniform from us, you can hear that uniform snap. It's really cool. Okay, now we're gonna move on to our timing drill, our tag drill. I just posted a challenge on our Facebook page about doing some kind of activity outside. So I would encourage you, tag me in the Facebook group after you watch this, and show me a little video of you practicing the tag drill with a sibling. Mom or dad can get in on this, and make sure your feet are really moving. You don't have to be bouncing up and down, but your feet are moving so you could move quickly if you needed to. Okay, so you take that back hand, trying to tag, trying to avoid getting tagged. And you always keep your hands up. In Taekwondo, we always keep our hands up. And the joke is, so you don't get hit in the face. Nobody's gonna hit you in the face watching these videos, but it's always a really good habit to get into when you're starting out in your martial arts, because when you start sparring and in all your forms, generally your hands have got to be up. So post those videos, post those pictures. I want to see you guys working on this stuff at home. And we'll be seeing you real soon. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you soon. We're going to bow out. Drop, Kini, ATA.